They stepped out for errands, set out on adventures, or simply went about their daily routines, never suspecting that their next moments would become unsolved mysteries. Some vanished in broad daylight, surrounded by friends or strangers, while others disappeared from their own homes without a single clue left behind. Investigators searched high and low, families pleaded for answers, and the world watched as hope slowly faded. Yet, in every one of these cases, the evidence was scarce, the leads dried up, and the truth slipped further away with each passing year. Were these disappearances the result of foul play, elaborate escapes, or something altogether inexplicable? The questions remain, haunting those left behind and inspiring endless theories. As we recount these 5 chilling stories, remember that the line between the known and the unknown is thinner than we think, and sometimes people do vanish without a trace. In November 1930, in the harsh winter of northern Canada, trapper Joe LaBelle entered the Inuit village by Anjikuni Lake that he was once familiar with. The village was usually a friendly place, always welcoming travelers with open arms. But that day, a cold silence covered the settlement. No children's laughter, no barking dogs. Everything seemed swallowed by darkness. Inside the houses, fires still smoldered, stew pots remained warm, everything as if the owners had just left for a moment. Outside, sled dogs lay motionless, dead from hunger and cold. The cemetery was disturbed, graves dug up, coffins missing. More than 100 people had vanished without a trace, with no footprints in the snow leading out of the village. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police investigation found no explanation. Theories of migration or famine were unconvincing. Legends of aliens, northern spirits, even military experiments were woven, but all remained a mystery. Nearly a century has passed, yet the silence of Anjikuni still sends chills down many spines, as the secret of that disappearance has never been revealed. Amelia Earhart's name evokes visions of adventure and boundless ambition. As one of the most celebrated aviators of the 20th century, she shattered records and broke barriers, inspiring countless people with her courage. In July 1937, she set out with Fred Noonan on an audacious mission to fly around the globe. Their journey was a testament to human determination, pushing the limits of technology and spirit. But as they neared Howland Island, hope turned to uncertainty. Radio transmissions grew desperate. Earhart spoke of dwindling fuel and an unclear position. Then, silence. The world watched as the greatest search of its era unfolded, but the pair vanished without a trace. Theories abound, ranging from a crash into the vast Pacific to more mysterious tales of capture or escape. Yet, none bring closure. Earhart's disappearance remains an enduring mystery, her legacy forever etched into the skies she loved. Decades have passed since the mysterious disappearance on the Paris to Vienna train, yet the case remains unsolved, an enduring enigma haunting Europe's collective memory. In the years since, investigative techniques have advanced dramatically. In October 2024, Dutch authorities finally identified the remains of Angelique Hendricks, missing since 1990, through a groundbreaking international DNA match coordinated by Interpol. This breakthrough showcased the potential of global cooperation and scientific progress to bring closure to families who have waited for answers. More recently, the International Cold Case Analysis Project was launched, uniting over 1,000 students and experts across 11 countries to re-examine unsolved cases, breathing new hope into decades-old mysteries. But despite these modern triumphs, the 1954 train disappearance remains untouched by resolution. It stands as a poignant reminder of the limits of even today's technology and the stubborn shadows cast by secrets that refuse to be. March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 lifted off, carrying 239 souls from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Families waved goodbye, expecting to reunite hours later. But within minutes of its last communication, the plane vanished from radar. What followed was the largest and most expensive search in aviation history. Countries mobilized fleets of ships, planes, and satellites, combing vast stretches of ocean. Small fragments of wreckage eventually washed ashore in places as far as Africa. Yet the main fuselage, black boxes, and most importantly, the passengers, have never been found. Theories multiplied. Some pointed to mechanical failure, others to deliberate sabotage. More disturbing ideas suggested hijacking or government cover-ups. Still, with no definitive evidence, every theory remains speculation. To this day, families of the victims live in agonizing limbo, grieving yet without closure. Flight MH370 is a modern reminder that even in our age of technology and surveillance, a massive aircraft can simply vanish, swallowed by mystery. On a quiet August night in 2013, the Texas darkness seemed almost alive, hugging the deserted highways. Brandon Lawson, a devoted father, was making his way home after a tiring day, his reputation for caution and clear-headedness well known to those close to him. Yet something extraordinary happened that night. Gripped by an unexplainable terror, Brandon called 911, his voice trembling, words fragmented and urgent. He spoke of being pursued, his fear unmistakable, yet his location and situation remained unclear. As authorities rushed to the scene, they found his truck abandoned, belongings left untouched, no sign of a struggle, just an empty shell on the roadside. Days turned into weeks as search parties scoured the landscape, helicopters circling overhead, but not a single clue emerged. Theories blossomed, from accidental misadventure to the eerie possibility of something more sinister. Brandon's final call endures, echoing with unanswered questions and chilling uncertainty. Unexplained disappearances have always haunted the human imagination, but recent cases continue to defy belief and investigation. Take Malaysia Airlines Flight 370EC. In 2014, a modern jet carrying 239 people vanished from radar, leaving behind families desperate for answers. Despite global search efforts, no definitive explanation has ever surfaced. Similarly, the mystery of D.B. Cooper, who parachuted into the wilderness after hijacking a plane in 1971, remains unsolved, his fate lost to history. Even more recently, the disappearance of Lauren Spearer in 2011 still leaves investigators baffled. Her personal items remained untouched, yet no trace of her was ever found. These stories share a chilling pattern. No evidence of escape, no logical trail, just the eerie persistence of unanswered questions. For authorities and loved ones alike, the silence is almost as unsettling as the vanishing itself, a reminder of how fragile and unpredictable our grasp on reality can be. Throughout history, humanity has sought answers to the unknown, but some mysteries stubbornly refuse to yield their secrets. Tales of sudden disappearances, unexplained phenomena, and the eerie silence that follows continue to captivate us, challenging our understanding of reality. These stories serve as stark reminders that, despite all our progress, there are realms where logic falters and certainty slips away. It is this uncertainty, this edge between the known and the unknowable, that makes these accounts linger in our minds. As we listen, we are compelled to question what lies just beyond the horizon of our science and technology. Are we truly safe from the shadows that creep at the boundaries of our world? The haunting possibility of vanishing without a trace urges us to look closer, to remain vigilant, and to never stop searching for the truth within the darkness.